आशाहीन हृदय में तरंग भर देती है। छोटी सी उम्मीद निराशा को भंग कर देती है। मुद्दत से आते हैं अतिथि भगवान बनकर, अतिथियों के आने से मन में उमंग भर देती है। May I request Chief Guest, Honorable Minister of State, Independent Charge, Ministry of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Minister of State, Prime Minister's Office, Ministry of Personal, Public Grievances and Pensions, Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Space, Government of India, Dr. Jitendra Singh. Guest of Honor, Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary, Ministry of Earth Sciences, Dr. M. Mohapatra, Director General of Meteorology, India Meteorological Department, Dr. S. D. Atri, Scientist G, India Meteorological Department and Chairman Organizing Committee, to please come on to the dais and occupy the distinguished chairs. Thank you, sir. Coming together is the beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. Keeping this in our hearts, today we India Meteorological Department family successfully completes 147 years of its existence. IMD has contributed immensely for the development of science of meteorology and seismology over the subcontinent. The department has served the cause of safety and well-being of Indian population against weather-related hazards and to economic development of the country. नमस्कार, गुड मॉर्निंग। मैं अर्पिता रस्तोगी मौसम विभाग परिवार की ओर से आज के इस सुहाने दिन में आपका हार्दिक अभिनंदन करती हूँ। सूर्य का त्योहार लाएगा आपके जीवन में ज्ञान और खुशियों का भंडार। मुबारक हो आपको मकर संक्रांति का त्योहार। मौसम विभाग की तरफ से आप सभी को मकर संक्रांति की हार्दिक बधाइयाँ। Before we begin, let me first acknowledge the presence of our eminent guests who are virtually with us. Guest of honor, Lieutenant Governor of Ladakh, Shri R.K. Mathur. Guest of honor, Member of Parliament, Ladakh, Shri J.T. Namgyal. Guest of honor, Dr. K. Sivan, Chairman ISRO. All delegates, dignitaries, senior officers, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen who have joined virtually and in person. Thank you very much for sparing your valuable time to grace our function. Hearty welcome to you all. हमारी संस्कृति में हर अच्छे काम की शुरुआत दीपक जलाकर की जाती है। कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाते हुए अब मैं आदरणीय अतिथियों से अनुरोध करती हूँ कि वो दीप प्रज्वलन कर कार्यक्रम का शुभारंभ करें। आसमान की ऊंचाइयों पर हम परवाज करते हैं। हमारे मेहमानों के सर सम्मान का ताज धरते हैं। विद्या की देवी माँ शारदा को करके सजदा खुशियों से भरी महफिल का आगाज करते हैं। धन्यवाद सर। मैं माननीय अतिथियों से अनुरोध करूंगी कि वो अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें। धरती पर एक पेड़ तो अपलोड करके देखिए, बादलों के सैकड़ों झुंड आएंगे लाइक करने के लिए। We will start the inaugural function by welcoming and presenting potted plants to dignitaries. I am pleased to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Jitendra Singh, Honorable Minister. It is a pleasure to have you with us, sir. I would request my colleague to welcome Dr. Jitendra Singh by presenting a potted plant. Hearty welcome, sir. It is my privilege to welcome Guest of Honor Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary, Ministry of Earth Sciences. He is presiding over the function. Sir, we are extremely happy to have you here today. Welcome to the event. I am elated to welcome Director General of Meteorology, Dr. M. Mohapatra, who is an idol of knowledge and experience. Sir, your achievements are a source of motivation to us. A very warm welcome to you, sir. I cordially welcome Dr. S.D. Atri, Scientist G and Chairman, Foundation Day Organizing Committee. Hearty welcome to you, sir. Last but not the least, I again welcome you all and extend my thanks for being part of this event. कुछ परिंदे उड़ रहे हैं आंधियों के सामने, उनमें ताकत ना सही पर हौसला होगा जरूर. इस तरह तक आगे बढ़ते रहे तो देखना, तय समंदर तक एक दिन फासला होगा जरूर. Dr. M. Mohapatra is the Director General of Meteorology, India Met Department, and permanent representative of India with World Meteorological Organization and member of Executive Council WMO. He is popularly known as the Cyclone Man of India. He has published more than 100 research papers, edited 18 books, and received many honors and awards. May I please call upon Dr. M. Mohapatra to deliver welcome address and opening remarks.
Namaskar, good morning. Respected and Honorable Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, Union Minister of State, Independent Charge, Science and Technology, Earth Sciences, Prime Minister's Office, Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, Department of Atomic Energy, and Department of Space. Respected and Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Ladakh, Sri R.K. Mathur Ji, respected and Honorable MP Ladakh, Sri Namgyal Ji, Dr. K. Sivan, Chairman, Indian Specialist Organizations, Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary, Minister of Earth Sciences, respected former secretaries of Ministry of Earth Sciences, respected former Director General of India Meteorological Department, distinguished invitees, heads of the sister organizations of Ministry of Earth Sciences, my dear esteemed colleagues from India Meteorological Department and Ministry of Earth Sciences, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of India Meteorological Department and on my personal behalf, I extend a warm welcome to our beloved and honorable Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh Sahab, Honorable Lieutenant Governor Dr. Mathur Sahab, Honorable Member of Parliament Sri Namgyal Sahab, Dr. Sivan, Dr. Ravichandran, and all the dignitaries and participants. I wish a very happy Foundation Day to all my dear esteemed colleagues in India Meteorological Department and also the former colleagues and each member of the India Meteorological Department family. On this occasion, I also wish all of you a very happy and prosperous New Year 2022. This particular day, I also wish you a very happy Makar Sankranti, a happy Pongal, a happy Bhogale Bihu, and many more festivals coinciding with this auspicious day. 147 years back, on 15th January 1875, India Meteorological Department came into existence on the backdrop of the various types of disasters, including the tropical cyclones and the floods and droughts affecting the country. Since that beginning, India Meteorological Department has witnessed a progressive path with continuous enhancement and upgradation of science and technology, research and development, and hence the service to the society. India Meteorological Department is such a department which is completely dedicated to the society and is a demonstration of a connection between science and the society. While looking at the activity of India Meteorological Department, you will find that it is not only the nodal agency for providing weather and climate services in the country, but also is a recognized regional center in the world to provide the forecast and warning guidance to all the countries in this region, especially the South Asia, Southeast Asia, and the Middle East countries. In addition to the forecasting warning services, India Meteorological Department also provides the observational supports through the ground truth and also through the satellites and radars to all the neighboring countries in this region. We are also a global center on data processing and forecasting system, especially the global numerical weather prediction models, and we provide support to all the countries in the globe, especially all the countries like South Asia, Southeast Asia, and Middle East. There has been a good beginning of this international collaboration and cooperation starting with 1970s. But in recent years, since 2016, we are providing severe weather guidance to all the countries in this region for management of the events like heavy rainfall, thunderstorms, sea waves, storm surges, cyclones, etc. So India Meteorological Department, while carrying out its weather and climate services, it enhances and upgrades its facilities through enhancement of observational systems, modeling and analysis systems, forecasting systems, early warning systems, and also flux generation and dissemination system for general public, stakeholders, users, and the disaster managers within the country and outside. To carry out all these things, India Meteorology Department also conducts the capacity building program. I am happy to inform you that IMD also acts as a regional center to provide the training for all the forecasters and users, not only in India, but also in all this region of Asia and Pacific. I will just briefly put forth here a few achievements during past 1 year and the plans for the coming years. You will be happy to know that in today's inauguration, you will find out the addition of 4 Doppler radars to our kitty for regular monitoring of the severe weather events. And thus, the number of total Doppler weather radars in the country will go up to 33. We have also come up with the operationalization of multi-mission data receiving and processing system in collaboration with Indian space research organizations. And we have come up with augmentation of automated weather stations and automated rain gauges, with the total number becoming 925 and 1383. The high wind speed recorder, which can provide the observations every second, has been augmented all along the coast, taking the number to 33 by the end of 2021. And there has been the aviation services, which has been augmented specially, and 67 airports in the country now have the automated aviation observing systems. For agriculture purpose, we have added 200 agro automated weather stations in specific Krishi Vigyan Kendras and district agrometeorological units. We have also come up with improvement of the analysis systems with the augmentation of all these observational network. When I talk of the modeling, Minister of Earth Sciences addresses the requirement of numerical modeling in a cohesive manner with the integrated approach by India Meteorological Department, Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, National Center for Meteorology and Forecasting, and Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services. All these sister organizations have worked together to visualize the greater and greater effort and the output as the enhanced services in the weather and climate. You will be happy to know that India Meteorology Department has introduced the new techniques in multimodal ensembles and customized products for each and every severe weather event, especially for taking care of the small-scale severe weather events like thunderstorms, lightning. We have introduced high-resolution rapid refresh model with augmentation of the weather data. We have also come up with EWRF, which can provide the lightning forecast based on the modeling. We have also come up with a very high-resolution scale, city-scale air quality modeling in association with Finland, which can provide you the air quality warning services for Delhi and other cities. While considering the weather forecasting services, apart from all these augmentation, you also need to have a standardized procedure and synergized SOP. During 2021, we have come up with a standard operation procedure for all types of weather forecasting services and also the severe weather events. The impact-based forecast has been the buzzword worldwide, and India Meteorological Department has come up a long way to ensure the country that each and every severe weather event is now provided with the impact-based forecast and dispatched warning up to 5 days at city scale, district scale, and also meteorological subdivision scale. Another important achievement has been the UFGIS portal, which will be inaugurated today by the Honorable Minister. Here, all the severe weather events will be projected for the common man in a GIS platform so that he can find out his village and his block and district to take the necessary actions to safeguard its life and property from the severe weather. We have come up with a dynamic impact-based forecast system with the help of NDMA for the cyclone forecasting, which will improve further to provide the impact at the village and the block level. We have come up with the auto generation of the products also during 2021 with the involvement of science and technology. We have come up with urban meteorological services for various cities like Delhi, Pune, Mumbai, and Chennai. We also come up with the location-specific forecast. You will be happy to know that at present we are providing location-specific forecast for 1089 cities and towns in the country. And there has been addition of about 500 cities during 2021. For nowcasting, that is providing forecast for next 3 hours, we are providing 1,085 stations in the country. And for all the districts, we are providing nowcast valid up to next 3 hours. This is also the impact-based forecast. A decision support system has been developed for quantitative precision forecast for all river basins in the country, that is 153 in numbers. We have come up with augmentation of modeling system in our flash flood warning system, which is operational for 30,000 watersheds. And the plan is to improve the number of watersheds from 30,000 to 1 lakh in the coming year. We have come up with providing the augmented quantitative precision forecast by increasing the validity period from 3 days to 5 days. All this has resulted in providing a decision jointly by National Disaster Response Force, Central Water Commission, and India Meteorological Department. During last monsoon season, we provided every day a joint bulletin by all these 3 agencies to take care of the flood forecasting. We've also come up with the integration of radar data and the new models in this flash flood guidance systems and this quantitative precision forecast for river and catchment flooding. Design storm studies as per the requirement of planned projects in the country has been completed, more than 20 in number. We have provided the economic advisory services apart from conventional means of pushing the SMS through the new social media. We have come up with 10,448 WhatsApp groups in the country to connect 90,865 villages of 3,300 blocks. And the plan is that next 2022, we will be completing all 7,000 blocks through the WhatsApp groups. We have come up with providing the forecast for mandis in the country. 500 mandis in the country has been connected, and they are being provided forecast valid for next 7 days on the program of National Agriculture Market, ENAM. We have also come up with GIS portal for agromaterial services to help the farmers to take a decision in their village level and block level. The block level forecast is being provided for all 7,000 blocks in the country, where crop information is provided for 3,300 blocks. We have also come up with the augmentation of the climate services, like we have come up with the multi-modal ensemble forecasting system for the first time in 2021 to provide the spatial distribution of the probability of forecast of rainfall in the country for the month of June, July, August, September. And that series will continue till now for the month of October, November, and December. We are also providing that climate services data portal. And through this portal, any person in the country or outside can download data as per the provisions and the rules. We will find that because of this augmentation climate data portal, the data supply portal, which is updated in 2021 August, there has been about 10 times increase in the number of users. And also, there has been reduction in the supply of the services. While it was taking about 24 hours to provide the data to a user, now it is taking less than 1 hour because of this automation. We have also come up with the publication of various reports based on climatology for planning and preparedness purpose. We have introduced the hazard and vulnerability atlas, which will be also inaugurated today by our honorable minister. We have also prepared the state-wise climate change report for each and every state and union territories in the country in view of the ongoing climate change impacts. And that is published and circulated to all honorable MPs also in the country. We have also provided aerodrome climate summary. About 45 aerodromes have the aerodrome climate summary for the planning and preparedness purpose. We have also introduced the new services like climate for health and climate for water sector for 15 days forecast. To augment the outreach program, also we have taken up new ideas, like we have launched the crowdsourcing. Now any public, any part of the globe can provide information to IMD through a mobile app and also through website. And this mobile app also will be inaugurated today. So any person feeling that it is running now, they can provide this information. And this is another chapter, a new chapter in the history of IMD, where a citizen science will be created and science society will be augmented. The social media presence in IMD has also augmented, and you will be happy to know that IMD has 239.8 thousand followers and in Twitter and 40,000 followers in Facebook. We also come up with Common Alert Protocol in collaboration with National Disaster Management Authority. It has been tested for Tamil Nadu and is being implemented by NDMM for all over the country. We have also come up with the global multi-hazard alert systems and implemented a Common Alert Protocol for the global users like UNDP, UNEP, and WMO, etc. We have also come up with augmentation of capacity building. In spite of the threat due to COVID-19, we conducted all virtual programs and continued with all types of training programs for all the countries in Asia and Pacific and also within the country. India Meteorology Department also encourages the research and development, and Mausam Journal, which is published from 1950, has become the online journal like any other international journal, and you'll be happy to know that entire process of submission, review, and publication is now made online. If you look at the improvement in weather forecasting services in recent year, this year, you will find that there is a significant improvement with respect to accuracy and the lead period. In general, there has been 20 to 40% improvement for all types of severe weather events in the country. So, even though we have come up a long way, there are still gaps in areas to improve the observational network and also the modeling systems. I am sure in the coming days, we will all work together and will pledge together to take IMD to a step forward further and serve the country in a better manner. I once again welcome all our distinguished guests and Honorable Lieutenant Governor and Honorable Minister on this August occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your stimulating speech, which has rekindled an enthusiasm amongst all of us. Dr. M. Ravichandran has recently taken over charge of Secretary to the Government of India, Ministry of Earth Sciences. He has provided exemplary leadership in formulation and implementation of National Data Buoy Mood Buoy program at NCPOR, Goa, and Indian Argo project at INCOIS, Hyderabad. Dr. M. Ravichandran has published more than 100 research papers in peer-reviewed national and international journals. He has 5,381 citations, 37 H-index and 100 I-10 index to his credit. He is the editor of Pre and Applied Geophysics, since 2015 and Vice President SCAR of International Science Council, an expert on many national and international bodies related to ocean and polar regions. Now let us have the pleasure of listening to the presidential address by Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary, Minister of Earth Sciences, our honorable guest.
Respected Honorable Minister of State, Independent Charge for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Ladakh, Sri Mathur Ji, Honorable Member of Parliament of Ladakh, Sri Namkyal Ji, Chairman ISRO and Secretary DOS Dr. Sivan, former Secretaries of Ministry of Earth Sciences and former Director General DG of IMDs, Director General IMD Dr. Mohapatra and Organizing Committee Chairman Dr. Atri, Director NIOT Dr. Ramdas and Directors of various MOS institutions and RMC centers of IMD, invited guests, scientists and staff of IMD team and MOES, media, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to all of you. First of all, happy Magar Sankranti and Pongal to all of you. It is indeed a great pleasure to be here on the 147th Foundation Day of India Meteorological Department on this Farmers' Day. Congratulations and thanks to IMD, scientists and staff, both present and past, for your valuable contribution to the nation in providing weather and climate services. When we talk about weather and climate, there are four important components such as observations, understanding, modeling, and forecasting. Though there have been considerable improvement in all four areas, still we need to improve our forecast capability at various pace and time scales. Among the four areas, observations and forecasting are important component of any good quality forecast, and IMD's role is pivotal in this aspect. IMD is augmenting more and more observation system, especially automatic weather station, radars, upper air observations, and also ISRO is helping to provide many of the remote sensing data which are valuable to any forecast. Recently, I have listened to the talk of Dr. Kelkar, former DG IMD, on the occasion of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. He has nicely narrated the evolution of IMD since independence, whether it is observation, communication, forecasting, or dissemination. That talk still is available in YouTube if any of you want to see. I think it will give the evolution of IMD, how it has evolved over the periods. We have come a long way as the technology improves. I am very glad that today 4 more radars is being officially inducted into IMD radar network, and definitely this will enhance our nowcast and forecast capability in those locations. For improving forecast, we need to understand the process better, and for that, observations are key, especially remote sensing such as radar. Radar is a powerful tool for observing clouds, detecting severe weather convective systems, estimating cumulative rainfall over an area, and flood warning. Apart from understanding, radar data also goes into numerical models for improving the forecast, especially short term. Higher incidence of lightning activity and thunderstorm and severe rainfall events are experienced in the warmer climate. Urban flooding is a major concern now and will remain a serious issue in the coming decades. In addition to the existing megacities, the smart cities will require nowcast and severe weather. For the near real-time and short-term forecasting of local severe weather, there is no better alternative to the Doppler weather radars. IMD is expanding the operational weather radar network in the country, and our aim is to populate the radars in the country so that no areas are without an eye of radar. As DG mentioned, presently there are about 33 operating radars in IMD network, and our objective is to fulfill at least 90 radars so that to map the entire country. Though we are successful in providing accurate forecast at various time scales, but people always talk about where we have failed. And that is natural. We need to accept the criticism and try to rise the occasion and improve our forecast. For example, we have improved our cyclone forecast significantly, both intensity and track, and also now for maybe last week, winter rain in Delhi is forecasted accurately, but no one noticed it. At the same time, we failed some localized forecast in Chennai, especially heavy rain, but everyone talk about that failure. Our model resolution is about 12 kilometers. It is difficult to forecast rainfall and weather within 12 kilometers. That is precisely the case of Chennai rain. We need to improve the model resolution with the proper physics, and more observation need to be assimilated into the model, especially for better forecast. Of course, we need more and improved better HPC to run the model for more ensembles or more number of or higher resolution and so on. In the observation side, we can also think of using modern technology such as drone to observe boundary layer characteristics at every 3 hourly apart from 2 times radio sonde. So more data goes into the model, more accurate the forecast. I also thank many researchers, both in India and abroad, for continuous supporting IMD to fulfill their mandate, especially our own institution, NCMRWF, IITM, and INCAIS. In the global warming scenario, heavy and extreme rainfall is going to increase, and we need to augment to predict accurately. Each year, we need to keep the target to improve our forecast system in terms of observation, understanding, and improving the model. Awareness among the people is more important. We need to educate the complexity involved in weather forecast to all, especially tropical weather. Science of meteorology is common to all, whether they are poor or rich. For day-to-day activity of their planning, demand comes from the people and the users. And thus, IMD's weather service is part and parcel of our society. It is really IMD translates science to services. Also, we need to strengthen our dissemination mechanism more efficiently, that too in all local languages. Though we have various mobile apps such as Mausam, Meghdoot, Damini, etc., we need to improve the same and should be user-friendly and more attractive. I am sure in the coming years, we will work towards further improving our forecast and dissemination chain, and our IMD colleagues will put sincere effort to this. I once again wishing you all happy Foundation Day. Thank you all for joining this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That was really an inspiring speech. We promise to put your words into practice. IMD operates and maintains Doppler weather radar network consisting of S, C, and X band radars all over India. Radars of IMD are being used for detection of rainfall, hailstorm, thunderstorms, and for tracking of cyclonic storms. Enhancing and strengthening the observational network, IMD has completed commissioning of 4 more Doppler weather radars in 2021, C-band polarimetric DWR at Veravali, Mumbai, X-band polarimetric DWRs at Ayanagar, Delhi, Palikarnai, Chennai, and Leh have been installed. Let's move ahead with inauguration of DWR Leh. I request Honorable Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh to invite DWR Leh in August presentation. J.T. Namgyal, Member
To
of
fulfill the
Parliament.
mandate of IMD to provide weather services in Ladakh region, a Doppler weather radar has been installed in Leh. The challenges were daunting because of the extreme weather conditions and difficult terrain. However, IMD has been successful in enabling this important tool for the weather forecasters to improve the forecast for the benefit of the people of this region. This radar installed by IMD is at the highest altitude in India and will provide vital information by detecting thunderstorms, heavy rainfall, snowfall, and thus help in monitoring for severe weather in Ladakh region. It provides coverage over an area within a radius of 100 kilometers around the city of Leh. It is manufactured indigenously by Messrs. Astra Microwave Products Limited. This is also one of the achievements of Make in India initiatives of IMD. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Now, may I request Honorable Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh to inaugurate DWR Veravali, Mumbai, virtually in the gracious presence of Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary MOES, and dignitaries from IMD and ISRO.
The C-band dual polarized Doppler weather radar installed at Piravali in Mumbai is the epitome of the cooperation between IMD and ISRO for the development of state-of-the-art indigenous Doppler weather radars. This is the second weather radar in Mumbai installed in the land provided by BMC to facilitate improvements in weather forecasting over Mumbai region. Being a dual polarized Doppler weather radar, it is capable of providing better estimation of rainfall and hydrometeor classification, thus improving the forecasting and warning capabilities of IMD. It is designed and developed by a team of radar experts of ISTRAC in ISRO and provides surveillance within a radial range of 450 kilometers around Mumbai. The fully indigenous design has been manufactured by Messrs. Data Patterns in Chennai. It is a remarkable achievement by the scientists of ISRO as the solid-state transmitter, radar controller and signal processor is entirely fabricated in India, thus establishing that state-of-the-art technology is achievable within the country under the Make in India policy. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I would like to request again Honorable Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh to inaugurate DWR Ayanagar, Delhi, in the gracious presence of Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary MOES, Dr. M. Mahapatra, DGM IMD, and other dignitaries.
As part of the Urban Weather Monitoring Network, one X-band Doppler weather radar built with indigenously developed technology, incorporating the latest solid-state power amplifier transmitter, has been installed at Meteorological Observatory of IMD at Ayanagar in New Delhi. Standing tall on a steel tower, this radar keeps an eye on the atmospheric phenomena up to a radial distance of 100 kilometers around the site. The addition of this radar would enhance the weather monitoring capabilities of IMD for the NCR region. The radar, based on dual polarization technology, will provide improved rainfall monitoring and hydrometeor classification by distinguishing between rain, snow, and hail. This will be of great help in nowcasting and disaster mitigation. This radar, manufactured by Messrs. Astra Microwave Products Limited at Hyderabad, is a shining example of Make in India initiatives of Government of India. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. May I request Honorable Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh to inaugurate DWR Pallikarnai, Chennai, in the august presence of Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary MOES, Dr. G. A. Ramadas.
The weather radar installed in the campus of National Institute of Ocean Technology under Ministry of Earth Sciences is the third Doppler weather radar which will be monitoring weather around Chennai in addition to the two already installed at Sriharikota and the city. This dual polarized Doppler weather radar is capable of providing coverage in an area with a radius of 150 kilometers around the city. Designed and developed by the scientists of ISTRAC under ISRO, it is a fully indigenous design and is manufactured by Messrs. Data Patterns. It is having a solid-state power amplifier which makes it reliable and economical to operate, thus enabling a viable option to reduce the imported content in this sophisticated radar. Now that the state-of-the-art technology is available within the country, the Atmanirbhar Bharat vision is being realized by the hard work of scientists and engineers of ISRO, IMD, and the industry. Jai Hind.
थैंक यू सर. कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाते हुए अब हम चलते हैं आईएमडी की नवीन कार्यों के उद्घाटन की ओर. मैं ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह से अनुरोध करूंगी कि वह सीएएमडी वेबसाइट का उद्घाटन करें.
The Central Aviation Meteorological Division of IMD is the nodal office for aviation meteorology services and to liaison with ICAO, WMO, DGCA, AAI, and various airlines on technical aspects of aviation meteorology. A dedicated website showing the activities of aviation met services has been developed and made live on cmd.imd.gov.in to establish an online presence, providing the best user experience on a single platform. The website disseminates observations in coded form, such as MEDAR, related aviation forecasting products, and aviation advisories. Simultaneously, users can browse the list of airports, the Aviation Met Network map, functional chart, and flight information region map. User has access to the aeronautical climatological summaries for different airports. The documents regarding MOCA, DGCA, ICAO, and WMO are easily accessible to users. This website also provides links to services like TAF, SIGMET, and aerodrome warning.
धन्यवाद सर। मैं ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह से अनुरोध करना चाहूँगी कि वे जियो स्पेशल सर्विसेज का उद्घाटन करें।
Namaskar. India Meteorological Department is the principal agency accountable for meteorological observations, weather and climate forecasting, and warning services. IMD issues a real-time information on weather conditions and fact-based weather forecasts and warnings on various temporal and spatial domain for few hours to few months, season, and for city, town to block, district, and meteorological subdivisions for various sectoral applications like disaster management, agriculture, aviation, marine, surface transport, water management, tourism, industries, etc. To enable further the common man, disaster managers, and stakeholders to take timely response action, IMD has now introduced a web-based GIS application for all types of severe weather events like maximum minimum temperature, heat wave, cold wave, rainfall 24-hour, 3-hour including DRMS, cyclone services, marine services, radar services, urban meteorology, nowcast services, NWP model guidance for forecasters and users, agromet services, aviation sector, and transport services, which includes railways and highways. It will enable forecasters and users and stakeholders to build products that are more interactive, more informative, both analytically and visually, and are available online in real-time mode. This integration allows all of us to use this information in a GIS database to become weather aware and creates a powerful tool for decision making and analysis. Our website is accessible by www.geospatial.imd.gov.in. Thank you.
धन्यवाद सर। मैं ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह से अनुरोध करना चाहूँगी कि वे वल्नरेबिलिटी एटलस का उद्घाटन करें।
Extreme climate and weather events are increasing throughout the world. Understanding and building resilience against these extreme events are very much important in this ongoing climate change scenario. Currently, India Meteorological Department has prepared the Climate Hazard and Vulnerability Atlas of India for the 13 most hazardous meteorological events, which cause extensive damages, economic, human, and animal losses. This web atlas utilizes GIS tools and is available in IMD Pune website www.imdpune.gov.in. The atlas provides information on 9 types of climate hazards, namely wind hazard, extreme rainfall, lightning, dust storm, hailstorm, fog, drought, cyclone, and thunderstorm in terms of their spatial distribution of average number of days of occurrence or probable extreme values and normalized vulnerability index at district scale. The atlas also provides climate vulnerability information at district level on 5 types of hazards, namely cold wave, heat wave, flood, lightning, and snowfall. The districts are categorized as very high, medium, and low vulnerabilities for each of the climate hazards. The atlas provides pie charts representing the percentage of districts and population affected by disastrous weather events in different vulnerability categories. Thus, the Hazard and Vulnerability Atlas can be used as reference point to issue impact-based forecast with respect to different weather hazards. It can also be utilized as a guide in planning the socio-economic activities and in preventing and mitigating the disasters.
धन्यवाद सर। मैं अब ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह से अनुरोध करना चाहूंगी कि वे पब्लिक ऑब्जर्वेशन सिस्टम का उद्घाटन करें।
India Meteorological Department, Ministry of Earth Sciences feels proud to launch the crowdsource mobile app Public Observation to make their own observations. It has opened a new chapter in citizen science. It will act as a bridge between science and the society. Through this app, the user can report weather observations along with their state, district, location and time of the events. It captures location of user with coordinates, various weather phenomena like rain, thunderstorm, lightning, hailstorm, dust storm, fog, snow, gusty wind and associated the damage such as breaking of tree branches, uprooting of big trees and poles etc. Instant photos may be clicked and uploaded in JPG, JPEG, PNG and GIF format. This app is currently available in 4 languages, that is English, Hindi, Marathi, and Tamil. More languages will be added soon. Weather data received from public is displayed in symbolic form in Map of India. To download this app from the Play Store, go to the following link or scan the QR code. This app has been designed and developed by IT team members of IMD.
धन्यवाद सर। कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाते हुए अब चलते हैं प्रकाशनों के विमोचन की ओर। आज 147वें स्थापना दिवस पर हम मौसम विभाग द्वारा प्रकाशित 9 प्रकाशनों का विमोचन करने जा रहे हैं, जो कि इस तरह हैं। क्लाइमेट स्टेटमेंट 2022, रिपोर्ट ऑन साइक्लोनिक डिस्टर्बेंसेस ओवर नॉर्थ इंडियन ओशन ड्यूरिंग 2021, report on verification of sub-basin wise quantitative precipitation forecast during southwest monsoon 2021, NWP report.
The country was
Report on use of
105% of its long period average, whereas rainfall during southwest monsoon was normal at 99%. However, the northeast monsoon rainfall over South Peninsular India was record highest since 1901. During this year, there were 5 cyclonic storms formed in the Indian Seas, 2 over the Arabian Sea and 3 over the Bay of Bengal. The year 2021 witnessed many extreme weather events, which caused a lot of damage to the properties, as well as the loss of lives. Flood, heavy rainfall and landslide incidents claimed 750 lives, whereas thunderstorms and lightning claimed more than 780 lives from different parts of the country. This climate statement is shared with the public, as well as various stakeholders and international organizations like World Meteorological Organization.
Cyclone Warning Division has brought out a report on cyclonic disturbances over North Indian Ocean during 2021. Year 2021 witnessed 10 cyclonic disturbances, including extremely severe cyclonic storm Taute and very severe cyclonic storm Yas. Cyclone Taute was the most intense cyclone which hit Gujarat coast in May 2021 and also caused heavy to very heavy rainfall over northwest India. The cyclone track forecast error in 2021 for 24 hours and 48 hours lead period had forecast error of 63 km and 91 km against the past 5-year average errors of 77 km and 117 km. The landfall forecast errors were of 7 km for 12 hours, 16 km for 24 hours, and 20 km for 48 hours. There was 30 to 50% improvement in landfall point forecast and 20 to 25% in track and intensity forecasts during 2017 to 2021. Cyclones were monitored accurately and warnings were shared with disaster management agencies at central and state level, the media, and the general public. It provided sufficient lead time by IMD in collaboration with various sister organizations under Ministry of Earth Sciences, thus minimizing loss of life and damage due to tropical cyclones.
Hydromet Division published MEC monograph verification of sub-basin-wise quantitative precipitation forecast during Southwest Monsoon 2021. It is a collaborative effort of Hydromet Division and FloodMet offices. To augment our services, 4 new FMOs has been recently commissioned at Srinagar, Chennai, Bangalore, and Thiruvananthapuram. Flood forecasting activity is the joint responsibility of IMD and Central Water Commission. IMD provides QPF at resolution of river subbasins for flood forecasting activities of CWC. The major finding in this monograph is the improved accuracy of sub-basin-wise QPF by 7%. Evaluation of accuracy of QPF gives an insight into the progress made and provides a roadmap for its further improvement.
Very good morning. On the occasion of IMD Foundation Day 2022, the Numerical Weather Prediction Division in IMD New Delhi has brought out a report on NW products for sectoral applications. A total of 13 chapters covering various new NW products and ensemble products, including nowcasting, very short-range forecasting, medium-range forecasting, and extended forecasting products used for various sectoral applications have been documented. Some of these includes mesoscale modeling, high-resolution rapid refresh, hurricane WRF, district level MME, EWRF for nowcasting, city forecast, products for coastal and marine services, ensemble forecasting for tropical cyclone, track and intensity forecast, district level extended range forecast, and many more. Hope this report will help the users to understand various NW products that are being prepared operationally for forecasting and warning services of IMD. Thank you.
I congratulate IMD for observing its 147th Foundation Day. On this occasion, I am happy to note that IMD and POSOCO are bringing out a report on the impact of weather on operation of electricity grids. Changes in weather conditions are one of the biggest reasons for variations in intraday as well as day-to-day demand pattern. Meeting this change in demand by utilizing the available resources poses challenge to the system operators. Over the last few years, IMD and POSOCO have collaborated on a number of fronts which have been of great advantage to the system operators in the country. Over the last several years, the support provided by IMD has helped in handling several cyclones such as Nisarga, Amphan, Yas, Tote, as well as annular solar eclipse events. Accurate anticipation of extreme weather conditions such as snowstorms, dust storms, high winds, thunderstorms, and cyclones helps in advanced operational planning, secure system operation, and early restoration. Accurate weather forecast would help in minimizing the renewable generation forecast error as well as demand forecast error. This would help in ensuring better load generation balancing as well as optimizing the generation reserves in the system. With a target of 500 gigawatt non-fossil fuel generation by 2030, the role of IMD becomes all the more important. More granular information as well as multiple updates in a day would be the key. I'm sure that IMD and POSOCO will continue to collaborate in this area for the benefit of reliable operation of the country's electricity grids, even as we navigate the energy transition path.
Expectation and utilization behavior of the intermediate users of weather and climate services. India Meteorological Department is the national agency for providing current and forecast meteorological information for optimum operation of weather-sensitive activities, and for providing warnings against severe weather phenomena which cause destruction of life and property. Since the understanding and potential obligation of any service requires regular monitoring and feedback from all users, an online survey was conducted among the intermediate users to understand the comprehensiveness and timeliness of IMD information, and the most preferred mode of communication, and also to assess their expectation and further suggestions. Finding of the study indicates that the most sought-after warnings were for heavy rainfall and thunderstorm. 70% or more users reported to always receive the warnings in time, and 90% found the information adequate. IMD website and emails were the most used means for accessing the warnings. A huge majority of these users suggested that inherent uncertainties associated with the warnings, do's and don'ts and possible impacts should also be communicated along with the warnings for effective actions. This feedback will help IMD to further refine its services for increasing efficiency of weather and climate-sensitive sectors of economy and help further reduce loss of life and property.
The total precipitable water vapor in the atmosphere is a key variable needed for initializing numerical weather prediction models and for operational weather forecasting. India Meteorological Department (IMD) maintains a network of 25 global navigational satellite systems (GNSS) stations capable of measuring integrated precipitable water vapor (IPWV) in the atmosphere spread uniformly across the country. Near real-time GNSS data of high temporal resolution and accuracy helps in operational weather monitoring and forecasting like onset, progress and withdrawal of the monsoon, and monitoring and nowcast of thunderstorms, cyclone, fog, heavy rainfall events, etc. IMD has brought out a report on characteristics of IPWV in terms of its diurnal, monthly and seasonal variability and also with respect to various types of severe weather affecting the country.
India Meteorological Department has been regularly publishing its quarterly Scientific International Research Journal (MOSM). It is a premier science citation index research journal publishing original scientific research work and has an impact factor of 0.64. The current issue of MOSM, January 2022, Volume 73, containing 20 national and international research papers, is being released today by Honorable Minister.
भारत मौसम विज्ञान विभाग के 147वें स्थापना दिवस के अवसर पर आज मौसम मंजूषा के 34वें संस्करण का माननीय मंत्री महोदय द्वारा विमोचन किया जा रहा है। अत्यंत गौरवान्वित करने वाले पल। भारत मौसम विज्ञान विभाग की विभागीय हिंदी गृह पत्रिका मौसम मंजूषा के वर्ष में 2 संस्करण प्रकाशित किए जाते हैं। यह हमारे लिए अत्यंत गर्व की बात है कि हिंदी दिवस 2015 के अवसर पर महामहिम राष्ट्रपति महोदय द्वारा मौसम मंजूषा को राजभाषा कीर्ति सम्मान से सम्मानित किया जा चुका है। मौसम मंजूषा में प्रकाशित लेखों के लिए अब तक विभाग के 5 कार्मिकों को भी महामहिम राष्ट्रपति महोदय द्वारा राजभाषा गौरव सम्मान से सम्मानित किया जा चुका है।
धन्यवाद सर। Dr. K. Sivan joined ISRO in 1982 to participate on the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle project and is retiring today from the position of Secretary, Department of Space and Chairman of Indian Space Research Organization, the Space Commission appointed in January 2018. He has previously served as a director of the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center and the Liquid Propulsion System Center. We wish him all happiness. I would now request guest of honor Dr. K. Sivan, Chairman ISRO, to say few words on this occasion. He is delivering address through video.
Honorable Minister of State, Dr. Vijendra Singh Ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Sri Uddhav Thackeray Ji, Honorable Member of Parliament, Ladakh, Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Ladakh, Secretary, Ministry of Earth Science, DG IMD, members from participating industries, my colleagues at ISRO and IMD. A very warm greetings to all of you. I'm extremely happy to be part of this inauguration function organized for inducting the new weather radars in the operational network of IMD. I'm sure these radars will be extremely valuable for IMD and the meteorologists for research and operational applications for severe weather analysis, forecasting, numerical modeling, space launch support, and disaster management. ISRO took lead in the technology development of Doppler weather radar systems in India, including configuring radar systems, performance analysis, system design, and integration. The development of X and C-band SSPA-based DWRs being inaugurated today at Chennai and Mumbai stand testimony to how ISRO works in close association with the users to meet their needs as well as develop indigenous technology with handholding of private industry. Under its R&D program, ISRO's Telemetry Tracking and Command Network Center, that is ISTRAC, has designed and developed the technology of weather radar systems and later transferred the technology to Bharat Electronics Limited, Bangalore, for S-band and C-band Klystron-based DWRs. These radars are developed and deployed and operated in Thiruvananthapuram, Sriharikota, and Cherrapunchi by ISRO, and in Gopalpur and Kochi by IMD. It has always been a pleasure to work in close association with IMD and Ministry of Earth Sciences. The advent of satellite meteorology has helped in leapfrogging the weather forecasting and nowcasting of severe weather systems such as cyclones and thunderstorms. Both departments are working shoulder to shoulder in advancing the technologies for collecting and deriving the requisite data products and assimilating the same into complex models. We are working towards establishing a network of wind profilers and other instruments for in situ observations. Further, ISRO is putting efforts to get its indigenously developed fission-ready radio sondes certified by WMO and also proposing establishment of a state-of-the-art observatory at Chandipur, Odisha, in association with IMD and DRDO. I am looking forward for continuing this collaboration in all fields. I reassure ISRO's commitment to deploy advanced space observation platforms for oceanography and meteorology as required by MOES. Let me congratulate the entire team from ISRO, IMD, and industry involved in this remarkable achievement of building advanced DWR systems and inducting them into operational network of IMD. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Shri J.T. Namgyal is Honorable Member of Parliament from Ladakh, India's largest parliamentary seat geographically. Mr. Namgyal was elected on 9 November 2018 to be the youngest and 8th Chief Executive Councillor of Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council, Leh. He has authored and published a poetry book, A Gift of Poetry, in 2013, authored an article, Divisional Status for Ladakh, Its Implication, published on 11 March 2014 by Daily Excelsior, and he has always extended support in improving weather services in the region. Now I would request Guest of Honor, Member of Parliament, Ladakh, Shri J.T. Namgyal, to kindly address the gathering.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह जी, ऑनरेबल लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर ऑफ लद्दाख श्री आर.के. माथुर जी, डॉक्टर के. सिवन, चेयरमैन इसरो, डॉक्टर एम. रविचंद्रन, सेक्रेटरी MOES, डॉक्टर M. Mahapatran, DGM IMD, and all the distinguished present here in this program. First of all, I extend my heartiest congratulations to IMD on its 147th Foundation Day, as well as I extend heartiest greetings on Makar Sankranti. Ladakh, the crown of India, is situated on the extreme north of India with lofty Himalayan mountains and glaciers like the Karakoram and Siachen, etc. And it's surrounded by hostile neighbors. So the region is very significant in terms of its geostrategic position. The region is unique in terms of weather, climate, culture, topography, with extreme temperature ranging from -40 degrees Celsius in Dras to 37 degrees Celsius in Leh, with centi-average precipitation of 10 cm annually, which makes the region a distinct cold desert. Ladakh is rich in terms of renewable energy, as you all know, especially solar energy, with an average of 300 clear sunny days. The region has got loose soil, high elevation, due to which the region is vulnerable to various kinds of natural disaster, like the cloudburst of 2010, avalanches, glacier lake outburst, flash flood, etc. Despite such a tough condition, the peace-loving people of Ladakh has always stood for the cause of our great nation. I have been given to understand that this radar will be helpful to provide early warning about heavy rain, thunderstorm, leading to flash flood, of which Ladakh is highly vulnerable. I congratulate IMD for installation of this sophisticated weather forecasting machine in Leh in a very short span of time, and I assure all my support to IMD in any form of providing better weather forecast for different ranges to the people and the administration of Ladakh. Ladakh is also very rich in biodiversity with different species of plants and animals like the snow leopard, ibex, etc. Being on the western Himalayan region, the region is very sensitive to changing climate triggered by global warming, which has got both positive as well as negative impacts on the local environment. More research needs to be carried out to bring the best out of the changing climate, for enhancing the local produce from the fields. Over the year, the farmers of Ladakh is growing varieties of vegetables which are weather dependent in one way or the other. Since 2019, Ladakh has got a unique identity as Union Territory. As per the aspiration of the people of Ladakh and the Government of India, under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, as well as Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, is doing the best it can for the welfare of the people of Ladakh. I also extend my gratitude to Honorable Lieutenant Governor R.K. Mathur Saab the same. Keeping in mind the geostrategic importance, changing climate, environment, agriculture, vulnerabilities of various natural disasters, tourism, and hostile neighbors, the Government of India established a meteorological center at Leh in December 2020. And today, I am pleased to see that India Meteorological Department has installed a sophisticated weather monitoring called Doppler weather radar, which will be especially helpful in detecting short time server weather warning, especially of heavy rain and shower. I'm happy to dedicate this center and the equipment for the people of Ladakh, and I am sure in future the center will be world class and provide all kind of weather and climate service to the people and the administration of Ladakh. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for kind words. Dr. R.K. Mathur is a retired IAS officer and the first Lieutenant Governor of Ladakh since October 2019. He has held many prestigious positions in Government of Tripura and Government of India, including Secretary to Government of India Defence Production, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, and the Chief Secretary of Tripura. Weather and climate services are being upgraded in Ladakh with his kind support and blessings. I would request Guest of Honor, Lieutenant Governor of Ladakh, Shri R.K. Mathur, for delivering the address.
Namaskar, Honorable Minister Dr. Jiten Singh Ji, Dr. Ravi Chandran, Secretary, Ministry of Earth Sciences, DG, IMD, Dr. Mahapatra, our Honorable MP, Sri Namgyal Ji, all the distinguished guests who are present here. First, I must thank the Honorable Minister for inviting me, for being a part of this function. He has always been very kind towards Ladakh in all the capacities, all the different posts, all the different jobs that he has been doing. Ladakh is extremely grateful, sir, to you for your perpetual support, for your perpetual guidance. We are very thankful, very grateful to you, sir. Let me first congratulate IMD for on the occasion of its 147th Foundation Day. We are happy to be a part of it today and happy that a new Doppler radar has been established here. Again, it is thanks to the Honorable Minister that a MET center and a Doppler radar has come up here in next to no time. And we are very sure that these facilities would give great service to the people of Ladakh. As a matter of fact, other than this Doppler radar, there are some AWS stations already working. On your Mausam website, I find that Leh, then Dahanu, and Skardu, 3 places where you are predicting the weather on a regular basis. We are very thankful for that. Ladakh, sir, as you are aware, is Trans-Himalayas, and it is such that as a layman, I can always say that practically every valley has a different weather pattern. I may have extreme cold in Dras next to Himalayas, but on the other hand, Leh may be quite warm. And if you move on towards Siachen, it may be extremely cold. Therefore, the need is always there for almost decentralized information, of rather more detailed information for every valley in Ladakh. Incidentally, Ladakh is probably one of the few places in the country where anybody going on a long journey first consults the weather report before he moves anywhere. Similarly, so far as our airport is concerned, we really can't have much of instrumentation landing, and therefore they are dependent on MET inputs for landing of planes on any particular day. A major MET input is required for all the flying, internal flying, which is done within Ladakh, whether it is fixed wing planes or helicopters. And again, decentralized information covering practically at least the major aviation routes is extremely necessary. We are flying continuously to Nubra Valley or to Kargil or to Dras, and there have been times when one just returns back to Leh because somewhere a cloud appears suddenly on the route, and therefore the need for more forecasting in Ladakh is quite manifest. Disasters are a part of Ladakh, being a cold desert and in a very fragile eco-sensitive zone. We have avalanches, we have cloudbursts, we have glacial lake outbursts, and so on. I mean, this is an ongoing thing. And I'm happy to report, sir, to you that IMD has been very accurate and very helpful in its predictions. Very recently, when there was a very large, long period of very heavy snowfall, almost 4, 5, 6 days ago, Dr. Mahapatra himself announced of this acute weather event. So we have been getting great help from the IMD department in the past, but we also look forward to increasing support from them in terms of more details, particularly on Kargil side, where the Zojila tunnel shall be coming up, and therefore it would become a 12-month route. And it would be very important to know the Zojila, the Kargil, and the in-between routes, how the climate would be there, how the weather would be there. And I would look forward to your support of at least decentralized information pertaining to Kargil. Perhaps, if I may suggest, even a Doppler radar, if it is possible, at Kargil, because this is going to be a major land. Unlike the present fair weather route. I would also request and suggest that some instruments which can help in internal flying in Ladakh, which is very critical for us. I do not know what it may entail, but I'm sure that it would mean that upper layers of atmosphere, we know a little more. We know a little more about the clouds. That would be very helpful. Similarly, more of automatic weather stations so that we have more decentralized information about the valleys. That would be very useful. Finally, you had talked of modeling for the decision making, and therefore in this Trans-Himalayan region, whether a model for a decision support or something like a decision support system that could be set up here, that could be developed for Ladakh, that would be extremely helpful to us. I'm sorry that even in this national level function, I have taken the opportunity of talking of a more decentralized of my issues in Ladakh. But this is a great occasion for IMD as an organization. We have great appreciation, great respect for them. The local people in Ladakh, believe me, frequently ring up the IMD officials before proceeding on any journey. That is the level of confidence that we have in the inputs which have been given by IMD over a period. So my gratitude, my respects, my thanks to IMD as an organization, to the Honorable DG, and finally my respect and thanks to the Honorable Minister for his persistent, his continuous support to Ladakh. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for encouraging words. We shall now proceed with award ceremony. जैसा कि आप सभी को विदित है, साल 2021 में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री ने आज़ादी का अमृत महोत्सव का उद्घाटन किया था। यह 15 अगस्त 2022 को देश की आज़ादी की 75वीं वर्षगांठ से 75 सप्ताह पहले शुरू किया गया था। इस संदर्भ में मौसम विज्ञान विभाग ने भी विभिन्न गतिविधियों को आयोजन किया है। उनके विजेताओं को पुरस्कृत करने आज हम जा रहे हैं।
Part of the ongoing Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, IMD conducted online quiz, poster and poem competitions on the portal mygov.in. 22,387 participants took part in the online quiz contest. The winners of the quiz are Abhilesh Khes from Jharkhand, first prize; Bimal Kumar Das from West Bengal, second prize; Jantu Sutradhar from Tripura, third prize; Gaurang Chandra Dev from Tripura, third prize. 535 entries were received for the online weather and climate poster competition. Joint winners were declared for all the 3 top ranks. Rupa Shri from Tamil Nadu got first prize. Shreya Mishra from Odisha also got first prize. Om Singh from Uttar Pradesh, second prize. Diya Das from West Bengal also got second prize. Yatendra Singh from Rajasthan got third prize. Ajay Karthik from Tamil Nadu, third prize. A booklet containing about 270 shortlisted posters has been published by IMD and will be available on IMD website. A total of 1,119 entries were received for the online weather and climate poem competition. First prize went to Ramakant Guha from Madhya Pradesh. Shreya Sahu from West Bengal got second prize. Piyush Ojha from Madhya Pradesh got third prize. Yuvraj Pratap Singh from Haryana also got third prize. A booklet containing about 250 selected poems is being brought out to encourage the participants and will be available on IMD website.
धन्यवाद। जैसा कि आप सभी को विदित होगा, मौसम विभाग का पूर्वानुमान उत्तम कोटि की ओर अग्रसर है और इसमें हमारे समस्त कार्यालयों का योगदान रहा है, चाहे वो मौसम कार्यालय हो या प्रादेशिक मौसम केंद्र। सभी का योगदान अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण है और इनके इस योगदान की प्रशंसा करते हुए आज हम इन कार्यालयों को पुरस्कृत करने जा रहे हैं। We now acknowledge the performance of Meteorological Center based on best forecasting capabilities for year 2021. The best Meteorological Center is MC Jaipur. Our next award is for the best meteorological officers. The award is being presented to MO Bilaspur. The award for best aerodrome meteorological officers goes to AMO Indore. कृपया पुरस्कार विजेताओं का तालियों से उत्साहवर्धन करते रहें। Next award in the series of best performing station is best Doppler weather radar station. For year 2021, best DWR station has been identified DWR Goa based on its performance. Now moving on to best employees awards. In Group A, the award goes to Ved Prakash Singh, Scientist C, MC Bhopal. In Group B, Guested Scientific category, the award goes to Shri S.K. Sharma, Meteorologist A, DGM Office New Delhi, and Shri P.S. Chinchole, Meteorologist A, RMC Nagpur. Please give a loud round of applause. In Group B, Guested Non-Scientific category, the award goes to Shri Gagandeep, Administrative Officer 2, DGM Office New Delhi. In Group B, Non-Guested Scientific category, the award goes to Shri Sanjay B. Raskar, SA, CRS Pune, and Miss R.V. Deepa, SA, RMC Chennai. In Group B, Non-Guested Non-Scientific category, the award goes to Shri Anuj Sinha, Assistant, RMC Mumbai. In Group C, Non-MTS category, the award goes to Shri Tapas Hazra, UDC, RMC Kolkata. In Group C MTS category, the award goes to Shri K.Y. Potkule, MTS, RMC Mumbai. Please give a loud round of applause. The Biennial Mosam Award was instituted by the Government of India in 1960. Presently, the award consists of a citation and a cash prize of Rs 50,000. The award is being given to paper entitled Evolution of Operational Extended Range Forecast System of IMD, Prospects of its Applications in Different Sectors, published in April 2019 issue of International Journal Mosam by author Dr. D.R. Patnaik, IMD, et al. पुरस्कारों की कड़ी में आगे बढ़ते हैं। भारत सरकार की राजभाषा नीति के प्रचार प्रसार को बढ़ावा देने के उद्देश्य से भारत मौसम विज्ञान विभाग द्वारा वर्ष 2020 से राजभाषा हिंदी में सर्वश्रेष्ठ कार्य करने वाले उप कार्यालयों को विभाग के स्थापना दिवस के अवसर पर प्रोत्साहन स्वरूप राजभाषा शील्ड प्रदान करने का योजना आरंभ की गई है। राजभाषा विभाग द्वारा वार्षिक कार्यक्रम में निर्धारित लक्ष्य से अधिक कार्य करने के लिए ग क्षेत्र में स्थित खगोल विज्ञान केंद्र कोलकाता को राजभाषा शील्ड प्रदान की जा रही है। इस कार्यालय द्वारा हिंदी में निर्धारित लक्ष्य 55% से अधिक कार्य किया गया है। कार्यालय द्वारा राजभाषा नियमों का 100% अनुपालन किया जा रहा है। धन्यवाद। We come to the end of the prize distribution ceremony. May I now request Dr. M. Mohapatra, DGM, to kindly felicitate our chief guest, Honorable Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh, by presenting him shawl as token of our gratitude for sparing his precious time to grace this occasion and enlightening us with his wisdom. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. S.D. Atri to kindly felicitate Secretary MOES Dr. M. Ravichandran, an esteemed Chief Guest of Honor, for his continuous support and guidance in bringing IMD to such heights. Thank you, sir. Chief Guest Dr. Jitendra Singh, presently Minister of State, Independent Charge of the Ministry of Earth Sciences and Science and Technology, and Minister of State in the Prime Minister's Office, Ministry of Personal, Public Grievances and Pensions, Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Space, Government of India, takes keen interest in the achievements of India Meteorological Department. He has been kind enough to support the department in all its endeavors and applaud its accomplishments. He was first elected to 16th Lok Sabha and re-elected to current 17th Lok Sabha. He has done MD in medicine and is medical practitioner, author, professor, newspaper columnist, diabetologist, and consultant physician by profession. He is also author of 8 books, including monograms on diabetes and World Book Fair bestseller Diabetes Made Easy, author of chapters on diabetes consecutively in around dozen successive editions of API textbooks for postgraduate course medicine. Over 10,000 articles in newspapers and journals have been published by him. He has also been awarded coveted Jamna Devi Gyan Devi Award for Journalism, Gold Medal for Oration at GIMPER, Puducherry, and Outstanding Personality Award 2009. May I now take this opportunity to invite Honorable Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh to address the august gathering.
Thank you. Thank you for this kind introduction, though it was not very much called for. Anyway, it sounds good to be introduced with such gracious words. Joining us today online, Lieutenant Governor of Ladakh and a veteran administrator, Shri R.K. Mathur. We were very keenly listening to the passionate account that you gave about the kind of task that you have laid down for yourself and before you in the newly created Union Territory of Ladakh. And you were trying to be apologetic while concluding. But may I add over here that we were rather appreciating the kind of determination, resolve and passion with which you were dwelling upon the responsibility and task that the Honorable Prime Minister has assigned to you and the manner that you have carried forward this responsibility as the first ever Lieutenant Governor of the Territory of Ladakh. Honorable Member of Parliament from Ladakh, Shri Jamyong Namgyal, our young colleague in the Lok Sabha, who is always very passionate, very emotional and looking for each opportunity to raise issues related to Ladakh in the Parliament. And even when he is there in the national capital, we find him going around from one ministry to the other, seeking to follow up the different pending issues related to his constituency and the Union Territory. Dr. M. Ravichandran, my colleague in the Ministry of Earth Sciences, and eminent earth scientist who has now, fortunately for all of us, also taken over as the Secretary of the important ministry which is going to have a very important role in the future roadmap of India, particularly given the kind of ambitious programs that we have, including the deep sea mission, etc. Dr. K. Sivan, whom we were listening online, and who is incidentally also today completing his term as the chairman of ISRO. But may I also hasten to add over here that the scientists do not superannuate, and the scientific work continues, and I'm sure his services would be available to the nation and to the country in the times to come as well. Dr. Mahapatra, Director General of the Indian Meteorological Department, whom you heard very elaborately speaking about what all has been done in the IMD. It is not that important how seriously or attentively you heard his lengthy speech. Many of you might have skipped a part of it also because he went on very elaborately. But what is important is that the commitment with which he wanted to share with you all that he was doing. The onus lies on the listeners whether they share or not, but the credit goes to the speaker that he had the will, the passion to share it. So that speaks of the commitment to the task that is assigned to him. Dr. Atri, scientist, G and chairman of the organizing committee. At the outset, I have to perform the pleasant task of formally congratulating the Department of the Indian Meteorological Department on this 147th Foundation Day. And it is no mean achievement that this is one of the longest existing departments in the Government of India. And it came into being way back in 1875. And therefore a department which had gained credibility in the pre-independence era, which continued to grow after independence, and also continued to update itself with the latest technologies and know-how that the world came across. And its origin was also, so it has a history of its own, a legacy of its own, and in fact the story of its birth is also embedded in the legacy. The legacy of the infamous tropical cyclone that had hit the eastern coast in 1864. The entire Bengal, the northeastern region, which is now known as Northeast, was a part of the eastern part, East India those days. Incidentally, we had the opportunity of going through the photographs of those rare photographs of that cyclonic scene, which are on display in Meghalaya, in Shillong, even today, and which was followed by a very disastrous famine. And therefore, the then British Raj, considering the constraints of the tropical regions and the tropical climates, found it befitting to have a center over here, which came to be known as a department. And I must admit that in the early years, the scientific advancement was quite primitive, and therefore weather forecast was not an easy task. Even as late as about 40 years ago or 30 years ago, we had a meteorological department, we had a forecast mechanism, but we could not honestly or confidently claim to be 100% accurate. But we did seek to do so for the benefit of the stakeholders, whether it was the agriculture sector or the aviation sector. But we never gave up. And I recall in the early days the early years after independence, when we only had Akashvani or All India Radio, the meteorological department had an arrangement of sending out a forecast twice in the day through the All India Radio. The information would arrive late, it would come in pieces. The time of the forecast announcement was fixed, and there would be tremendous pressure coming from the Akashvani Bhavan that you not send your report. And very often, the person sitting before the mic would end up saying कि दूर दूर तक गर्ज के साथ छींटे पड़ेंगे, वैसे आमतौर से मौसम खुश्की रहेगा. So at one point in time, it also started attracting some kind of a humor. But we have today come a long way, and that speaks volumes of the success story of this department. And I think what is credible and also a matter of pride for us, that Indian Meteorological Department, which was then set up in undivided India and the undivided Indian subcontinent, even after partition, continues to serve the erstwhile countries which were part of the subcontinent. Indian Meteorological Department is today catering not only to the needs and requirements of India, but those of the entire Southeast Asian countries, also the Middle East, and our disaster forecasts have very recently, in the last few years, come handy to neighboring countries like Nepal and Bangladesh. So that is actually the achievement of this department, which gained special impetus under Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And as was being hinted by Dr. Mahapatra after 2016, we had severe weather forecasts expertise acquired in a big way. And that's also because Prime Minister has himself been taking interest in all the concerns related to disaster management, forecasts related to disasters, the climate concerns, and also the priority of being of help and assistance to the neighboring countries, just as ISRO came out with a SARC satellite. And I'm sure in the times to come, the IMD is also going to have a major role to play, considering the position that India has taken under Prime Minister Modi as far as our crusade for climate preservation is concerned at the international fora. Now, as far as the citizen centricity of it is concerned, which in a single sentence Dr. Mahapatra had pointed out, and with the ultimate objective of any government is to seek to bring ease of living in the life of a citizen, you will bear me out that the accuracy of the forecast by the IMD is vindicated by the very fact that we come across many a parent after having checked the muhurtam for a wedding, then go to the weather forecast department and give them the final choice, not to the astrologer. They ask the astrologer to find out 2 dates, 3 dates, 4 dates, and the final date is left to Dr. Mahapatra. So he's become astrologer's astrologer. Because till he installed the last similar radar in Jammu, we went there together. I had not known his staff over there, but I had heard a name called Lotus. So that Lotus became known all over North India. So we would ask what is so special about it, and some newspaper also put out a small snippet. They said people find out wedding dates from the astrologers and then go to Lotus to finalize the date. So in other words, that is a vindication of the huge contribution with authenticity being made by the IMD. And therefore I am glad that similar Doppler radars are today being launched and been formally inaugurated in Leh, Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi. And these have been done considering the requirements and specific needs of these regions. Leh, as was being mentioned by the Honourable Member of Parliament, Mr. Namgyal, has its own requirements, and it was found befitting to have a weather Doppler radar over there. Recently, a meteorological center has also been opened there. And as the LG Mr. Mathur was mentioning, this ministry and the allied ministries are also undertaking a number of other projects, like for example, CSIR has taken up a project on Leh Berry. And similarly, the Department of Space is contemplating a night sea vision kind of a mechanism there, which would also be an attraction for the tourists. And this is also in keeping with the high priority that Prime Minister Modi gives to the northernmost and the most peripheral territory of Ladakh. Similarly, Mumbai, Chennai, considering the heavy rainfalls that they witnessed in the recent times, and there was increasing demand for the citizens to have more precise, more frequent forecasts, this arrangement is being put into place. Today, as I said, from the days when we had primitive forecasts on the radio, we have graduated to a situation, to a stage, to a level where we have automatic weather stations, we have Doppler radars, including the ones inaugurated today, and we have the meteorological satellites. And as was being mentioned by Mahapatra, with today's launching, the number of satellites, the number of radars has increased to 33. I'm also glad to inaugurate the new platform like crowd searching and GIS services launched by IMD will be helpful for the public as well as for those managing the disasters and the stakeholders to initiate timely response action for the mitigation of the disasters. Heat wave impact is increasing, as all of us know, owing to the climate changes. And as I mentioned a few moments ago, Prime Minister Modi has led the world in this area of concern. And the entire world is looking up to India. And therefore, I think the action plan initiated by the IMD in collaboration with NDMA has a great opportunity for us to distinguish ourselves before the community of world nations. Another recent phenomena has been that of the flash floods, urban floods, and for that, the Doppler radars are being installed in the hilly terrains of the Western Himalayas and also the major cities as we saw today. IMD's role is not only confined to the forecast of weather for those who are traveling or those who are finalizing dates for auspicious occasions. It has now virtually, with its expertise and accuracy, become an important, though maybe subtle partner in vital sectors outside its domain, particularly 5 sectors: the sector of agriculture, the sector of health, the sector of energy, sector of water, and of course, in collaboration with the Home Ministry in disaster management. And therefore, I congratulate the department and the team. In spite of the COVID constraints, we are here to celebrate this day. And the process of modernization is continuing. We are conscious of the gaps in the spatial and temporal coverage which are need to be filled in the times to come. And also more precise prediction, particularly to the severe weather phenomena which I said we have started working on. But I think the most optimistic and encouraging aspect of this is that we have a government and a Prime Minister who are unflinching in their support to all the new scientific endeavors that we make to increase our capacity and to improve our expertise. Today is the 147th day. I am sure Dr. Mahapatra will be there for the 150th Foundation Day as well, regardless of whether me and Ramchandran and Ravi Chandran are there or not. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your words of wisdom. Now I would like to invite Dr. S.D. Atri, Scientist G and Chairman, Foundation Day Organizing Committee, to propose vote of thanks to all present here for their kind cooperation and making this event a grand success.
A very good afternoon and a happy Makar Sankranti and Pongal. Respected Chief Guest Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, Honorable Minister of State, Independent Charge, Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Minister of State, PMO, Minister of Personal Public Grievances and Pensions, Department of Atomic Energy and Space, Government of India, Guest of Honor, Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Ladakh, Sri R.K. Mathur Ji, Guest of Honor, Honorable MP, Sri J.T. Namgyal Ji, Guest of Honor, Dr. K. Sivan, Chairman ISRO, our Honorable Secretary, Dr. M. Ravi Chandran, Ministry of Earth Sciences, Dr. M. Mahapatra, Director General of Meteorology, ex-secretaries of Ministry of Earth Sciences and ex-DGM of IMD, invited dignitaries, directors of MOS institutes, senior officers of the Ministry, Indian Air Force, municipal corporations and other organizations, scientists and staff members of IMD and other ministries, retired members of IMD family, awardees, media personnel, students, ladies and gentlemen. I have the most enviable privilege of proposing the vote of thanks on behalf of IMD and organizing committee. I most respectfully express our sincere and heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji and Chief Guest of today's event for blessing the meteorological fraternity and providing valuable guidance to deliver efficient weather and climate services in spite of his extremely busy schedule. Dedication of radars to nation will help us in further improving early warning services. We shall proceed, sir, as per your guided paths. Meteorological and health communities have acquired new heights under your able leadership. Your kind presence has added vitality and color to today's program. Thank you very much, sir. I express gratitude to Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Ladakh, Sri Mathur Ji, for kindly gracing the occasion with his valuable advice and inaugurating the Leh radar. Your kind support and blessings are critical in upgrading weather and climate services in Ladakh. Thank you very much, sir. I am also thankful to Honorable MP Sri Namgyal Ji for kindly gracing the occasion and jointly inaugurating the radar. He has always extended support to IMD in improving weather services in the region. Thanks a lot, sir. Our sincere thanks to Dr. K. Sivan, Chairman ISRO, for providing Mumbai and Chennai radars and valuable address. I wish him all happiness in post-retired life as he is retiring today. Thank you very much, sir. Dr. Ravi Chandran Ji, Secretary, Minister of Earth Sciences, is a leading beacon of inspiration for Earth scientific community, and as we are aware, service rendered by this ministry in the areas of earth, ocean and atmospheric sciences are improving significantly under his visionary leadership. Sir, your presence in today's function is most cherished, and your words of advice will always be a guiding force for us. Thank you, sir. We are grateful to Dr. M. Mahapatra, DGM, for thoughtfulness and stewardship in guiding us to organize this event at every step from inception up to its successful completion. His exemplary leadership for the department to venture into new areas of services is commendable. Your faith and support to organizing capacity was great source of strength to perform various tasks. Thank you, sir. I am highly thankful to all invitees, senior officers and scientists from MOES, ex and current members of IMDs, and all invitees for their kind presence, support and blessings. I am also grateful to all offices of MOES, IMD, CPWD, NIC and PO for their support. I am thankful to print and electronic media for covering this event online. I congratulate all awardees from IMD for their achievements. I will also like to compliment the participants and winners of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav 2021 programs. Finally, I express my sincere and heartfelt thanks to Ms. Ranju Madan, Dr. Giri and all members of organizing committee for their stupendous efforts and untiring support in this event. I once again thank you all. Keep safe. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. The end of a story is the new beginning for many others. On this note, let's conclude a remarkable, memorable, and knowledgeable event, IMD's 147th Foundation Day. Before concluding the event, may I request you all to rise and sing together National Anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Dignitaries, invitees, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of 147th IMD Foundation Day celebrations. Have a pleasant day. Thank you. See you next year.